Okay, so we're gonna go into round 5 here. At this point, we're 2-2 with Blue-Red Tower in the PTQ finals, and we lost to Green-Black, beat Red-Black, lost to Black-White Humans, and then last round beat Green-Black. So this is round 5, and we play against Green-Black for a 3rd time in the tournament. This is a fine hand to keep in the dark. Have early interaction and the ability to dig, get the take inventory train rolling. Not 100% that he's on Green-Black at this point because Evolving Wilds is not in most lists, but this turn he's pretty set on Green-Black. He searched for a swamp there. So him not having Grimflare on turn 2 means that we get to take a turn off to draw some cards. He is not pressuring us at all. So yeah, so he got back Mindrak Demon. Yeah, got back Mindrak Demon, which we don't have a clean answer for at this point, but we're close. We're 1 energy away from having a clean answer for it. So tap out for the take inventory there. Since we know that his follow-up play here is going to be Mindrak Demon, just wanted to start digging. And luckily we drew into the 2nd take inventory, which makes that play better than just casting the Anticipate. Yeah, so here we take the hit. Have to keep up mana to deter him from playing Ishkanah. He might have had it here, but sometimes your opponent plays very conservatively into open counter mana, sometimes they don't. So, especially in game 1, I like to represent counter magic as often as I can. I guess we tapped out last turn, which might make him think that we didn't, but we knew he was playing the demon and didn't really mind about the demon. Ishkanah, on the other hand, we want to make sure we can counter. So he says go, we get to Anticipate. Don't need the 3rd Gear Hulk, would rather have the 6th land to cast the 2 Gear Hulks already in our hand. And yes, at this point, planning on just using both Harness Lightnings here on the Mindrak Demon, since next turn we'll be able to start slamming down Gear Hulks, and just want to have the board clear. So he searches for Tireless Tracker with his Traverse, which is strange because I would think that at this point in the game he would want to get Emrakul. Like, Emrakul costs 8 at this point, so he's 3 land / card types away. But I guess he wanted to get on the board. Yeah, he gets a bunch of clues. And we get rid of the Tireless Tracker. It might have been right to just tap out for Gear Hulk that turn, make sure we use all our mana, since casting Take Inventory was not a sure thing that we used all our mana. But drawing the Harness Lightning during our draw step means that casting the Take Inventory is fine. Although, in hindsight, I think I prefer the Gear Hulk line because it lets us get on the board, puts him on his back foot, and yeah. So let's see, he is getting back, he got back Tireless Tracker. We get to Anticipate. We grab Void Shatter here because we don't have an answer to Emrakul, but now we're not just stone dead to an Emrakul. Don't want to attack Liliana, or don't want to attack our Fumarole into Grasp mana. So we just pass the turn with Gear Hulk up. He gets to draw a card. He could theoretically cast Emrakul here. Yeah, he would have had to play a land. So he plays Tireless Tracker. And now we get to play our Gear Hulk and hopefully kill his Liliana as well as his Tracker. Oh. We go for the Anticipate. Yeah, drawing cards is the way that we get ahead in this matchup. And with the second Gear Hulk to flash back another Harness Lightning if we need to, and the Harness Lightning in our hand, it makes sense to try to dig here. We get our Glimmer. I could see an argument being made for getting Tower there. Just up the clock a little bit. But, not really afraid of too much at this point. So Ishkanah definitely warrants a Void Shatter. And this is way too late in the game for that Glimmering Flare to matter. So he puts one card. I don't understand why Grimflare triggers put the card up here at the top. It really throws me off. But anyway, he gets one card in his graveyard, so he tops 2, which means that he probably has action on top of his deck. It might have been correct to just get on board there and cast the second Gear Hulk, but the greedy, value-y side of me really wants to flash back this Glimmer with my Gear Hulk. So we're bottoming these 2 cards, pick up 2 sweet ones, and now we have Gear Hulk on Void Shatter if he casts anything big. We still don't have... oh no, there's no Summary Dismissal in the deck at this point. So we gain a bunch of tempo here, getting to Void Shatter this Gear Hulk. He can't attack. And yeah, there we go. That's the last removal spell that we needed to clear the way and attack for 10. Yeah. I was playing very conservatively in this game. Favoring card draw spells over removal spells, favoring not card draw spells over getting Gear Hulk into play. But this deck isn't really that fast. They do have Emrakul though, so we do want to try to kill them as soon as possible. So it was probably wrong for me to not play those Gear Hulks out earlier when I had the opportunity. But yeah, we won this one. He did not search for Emrakul off his Traverse, and then got punished for it. So moving into Game 2, which does not go as well as Game 1. But the sideboard, same way we sideboarded last match, 2 Bombardments out, 2 Catalogs out for Negate, Rebuff, Summary Dismissal. Keep in some number of Bombardments, especially on the draw, because we don't want to get run over by their aggro draw. So this hand is fine. Does not have any early removal, but the Anticipate means that hopefully we'll be able to hit some, and the Tower makes me confident that we'll be able to keep his board under control. We get to hold up Negate here. We would negate a Liliana if he has one, but he does not. So we get to Anticipate. Get to in hindsight, it was definitely wrong to take the Glimmer here, because we end up needing to dig super hard later in the game to get Harness Lightning. So we did have the opportunity to get Harness Lightning here, but the way that this hand is, With we have 4 mana, we need to get to 6 mana for our Gear Hulks, and the tower in our hand, Glimmer charging up the tower. The Glimmer was just really tempting here, but in hindsight, it was the wrong choice. But given where the board is at now, if I was put in the same situation with the same limited information, I would probably still take Glimmer. We end up getting aggroed out this game. Even though the start is looking really good here, yeah, that natural state really puts us in a bind because he follows it up with this tracker, which we don't have an answer for now that Harness Lightning is on the bottom of our deck. So the plan here is to Glimmer, dig as hard as we can to find an answer to this tracker, and he just keeps adding to the board. So we're super on our back foot at this point. Bottomed 2 cards and then drew into 2 not removal spells. So I played the tap land there, even though playing the mountain would have allowed me to... Oh no, it would not. We don't have enough blue to be able to hold up Void Shatter and play Take Inventory. So playing the tap land there allows us to for sure have Gear Hulk next turn. Although, probably should have held off on playing the land until after casting Take Inventory. So, little small percentage things. It ended up not mattering. But, yeah, not having a Harness Lightning here is no bueno. And he gets to search for his Emrakul. So we're just super on our back foot here. Oh, it was for sure a mistake to not negate that Traverse. Probably clicked through it too fast. Yeah, for sure should have negated that Traverse, but either way, we're still just dead to his board. But we could at least dig here for answers instead of just having to straight up scoop. So for sure should have negated that. Was a pretty big punt. But that was game 2. Moving on to game 3. Yeah, so we weren't playing the best Magic for this tournament. We punted in round 3. We punted that game right there. Well, gave up a ton of percentage points in that game there. Don't know if we would have won it if we had negated it, but we would not have. We would have had a couple of draw steps to survive, at least. So since we have Harness Lightning in our hand, we don't need to hold up rebuff for Grimflare. We can Harness Lightning Grimflare if he plays it. And getting the Take Inventory train going is a key part of this matchup. You want to just end up on cards on them. So he takes Grimflare off of this grapple, which sets him super far behind, and we just have all our shields up at this point. We don't have a land, but we can just continue trading 1-for-1 with him until we do draw a land. So yeah, their deck is very clunky. Luckily, we draw our land. He's going to... Wow, I'm surprised he popped that Vessel instead of playing Grimflare. I guess that he really needed a land. Yeah, he takes Hissing Quagmire over Emrakul, his best card against us, and Mind Rack Demon, so he was digging for a land there. So we got a little lucky, which gives us a turn to have some breathing room, and Glimmer. We keep both. Gear Hulk and land is exactly what we wanted. And we just have all of our shields up at this point. Pretty much gonna Void Shatter any non-Grimflare threat. So we Void Shatter this one, we get to Harness Lightning the other one. Just keep the board super clear and pass with Gear Hulk mana up next turn. Yeah. He's got 3 cards in his hand. He does have an Emrakul in his yard, so that makes all of his Lilianas infinitely more scary. But he is really digging hard for lands. He took Blooming Marsh. Interesting. Plays his Blooming Marsh. So we get to Flashback Glimmer here. So we're just really far ahead. Having this Void Shatter in our hand is real nice. For sure keeping this second Gear Hulk. Bottoming that Bombardment. He's got Delirium, so Bombardment doesn't kill Grimfire anymore. And we already have Harness Lightning if he plays a Tracker or anything else. So hit him for 5, pass with Gear Hulk mana up again. Pretty much just gonna counter any big clunky thing that he plays. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, he just can't get back into this game. I'm anticipating here because we would like to draw Summary Dismissal, since he's got 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. He can cast Emrakul next turn. So anticipate digging for Summary Dismissal. Don't find it, but we find Take Inventory, which is real sweet. Might as well cast it and hold up our Void Shatter. So even if he has Emrakul here, we get to Void Shatter it. He will get to kill one of our Gear Hulks with our Harness Lightning. Yeah, so he doesn't have the Emrakul, but he has the Traverse, so we're going to counter the Traverse. If he did have a natural Emrakul in his hand, countering the Traverse, there probably would have lost us that game. Like if he follows up with Emrakul here, we're in big trouble, but yeah, he just concedes instead. He already had one Emrakul in the yard, so yeah, so let's see, countering that Traverse there, he would have needed to go get Emrakul and play a land. So, because usually they side into 2 Emrakuls. He might not have, but yeah, that Green-Black has a really slow start, and it's really easy to pick them apart. So that happens a whole lot of the time. So we'll see you back for round 6. 2 rounds left in the tournament.